It is Tuesday, so guess who's back? Back again.
That's right.
Mario Diaz is back. Yes, he is monitoring Houston City Council. Members had last week off. This is not unusual this time of year. They're back this week, and that means this guy, KPRC2 investigative reporter, Mario Diaz, is back. He is keeping a close eye on a few agenda items. Mario, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We are back. City Council off last week, which is, again, typical, and we're looking at some of the biggest agenda items that we have seen, obviously, in recent months. This one's the biggest, okay? 72 items, 413 pages. Usually I bring it out and slam it. I wanted to save a tree today. But we're going to be looking at two particular agenda items dealing with our Houston Fire Department. The first agenda item is number 19, and you'll remember about the story that we just did, Zach, about modular portable classrooms.
Yes.
Okay, you remember that?
We do.
They're not supposed to be temporary. Well, temporary is the key word here, okay? Because take a look at the city council's looking to approve more than $215,000 to buy modular buildings for Fire Station 101.
Where's that?
That's all the way up in Kingwood, okay? And the union tells us the station is in not the best of shape. It's been this way since Harvey. And
years.
Yeah, well, over almost 6 years now. And the city, they want to put new ones up there. Now, officials say the following: it's past its life expectancy, requiring frequent, costly maintenance. The modular building serves as a dormitory for HFD firefighters, containing bedrooms, restrooms, and showers. Again, these are trailers.
Why these modular temporary homes and not, or structures, and not a permanent new building?
Well, that's a good question. Okay, and what we do know is the firefighters have been working with this temporary building well past its lifetime. Okay, so we're talking years here, Zach, that they have been working out of a building that they feel like we need to have better conditions.
Better conditions.
Right.
And you know, this comes on the heels of what we've seen with the air conditioning units at several Houston fire departments.
That's right.
So yeah, definitely an agenda item to keep a close eye on. Speaking of the agenda, isn't the city in a fight with the firefighters union right now?
They have been in a fight for quite some time, and I'm glad that you're actually bringing this one up, because agenda item 34 is this: the city wants to up the money for its legal team to fight the lawsuit from the Firefighters Union Local 341.
How much money are we talking about?
Okay, here's where we're looking at. Oh, here what we are looking at. Forgive me. Nearly $500,000. Okay, and to be exact, $468,000. Give a little bit of change after that. It's going to bring the total nearly to $1 million, which is the maximum amount for the contract. It's going to go to Denton, Navarro, Rocha, Bernal, and Zach. That's the legal representation that's involved here.
Yeah, this is a lot of money, as we know. What does this all stem from?
So this is all from, obviously, the fact that both sides couldn't agree back in the day.
Surprise.
Right. And this is part of the employment contract between the firefighters and the city. It's a lawsuit that eventually reached to the Texas Supreme Court, which is why the city wants to pay out their lawyers over this entire situation, or why you're seeing this on the agenda item.
What's the city saying about this?
We did reach out to them. They told us they are working to get someone to talk to us, but referred us back to the agenda, the backup agenda, the information within there. But the union is talking to us. And here's what the union had to say, okay? Quote, our fire stations are like trailer parks. Fire station air conditioners have been broken all summer long, which you referred to, Zach. We often cannot adequately respond to the increased call volumes because of staffing shortages, and equipment is constantly out of service. Council members need to stand up and say no to more funding for the legal fight so that money can be put to better use fixing problems that need fixing. That, according to Local 341 President Marty Langton.
That's
again,
a good statement.
Yeah, again, City Council will vote on all of this tomorrow. This afternoon, they're going to have the pop-off segment, which is why we obviously call this pop-up politics. What happens there is that the public is able to come in and express their concerns and opinions over the agenda items. But every single week, we take it a bit further here with the segment that we look out for you. We want you to ask any questions about it. You can reach out to us, but at the end of the day, we're asking questions that we know many people in the public have with regards to what's going on at Houston City Council.
And I know if you have questions, if you have concerns you want Mario to look into, you can reach out to him directly, mdiaz@kprc.com. we always enjoy talking about pop-off politics. I know you pulled double duty yesterday.
Yeah.
Talking about pop-off baseball,
Well,
Little Leaguers.
if people know me, they know that I'm a baseball dad. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have a little boy, Hudson. You've seen Hudson
Yeah,
several
of course.
times. He's a
in here,
baseball
yeah.
player. And, talk about pop-off. The Needville Little League. If you haven't watched any of these boys in their games, it is a remarkable story. And the reason why here is because Needville is a town of less than 3,000 people. Yeah. The nearest academy is 20 minutes away. The nearest Dick's is about 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
They don't have the ability to go down to the corner store to buy some baseball equipment, but these boys are playing remarkable baseball in a state that has roughly, I think we're like at 30 million people. A town of less than 3,000 has these 12 kids representing us in Williamsport. This is a town that's just outside of Houston. It's in Fort Bend County. It's about 45 minutes from where I stand right now, and they are killing it right now. They have not lost. We were there last night. It's a fantastic story. They play again tomorrow in the double elimination. They're playing a team from Seattle.
Tomorrow.
They
beat a team from California last night.
El Segundo.
Yes.
Yeah, which went down to, El Segundo bracket because they lost, right? so they go down to what's called the loser's bracket. But if you have a chance, I know we pop off about politics every week, right?
Yeah.
But this is something that we really need to pop off about because this is a team that is a remarkable story. I look at it as the modern day Hoosiers, which was a great movie about Gene Hackman and this little tiny Indiana high school basketball team that just shocked the world in Indiana, which is a huge basketball state. But this team, out of 3,000 people, they've got these 12 magical little boys that have come together, and they are just killing it right now in Williamsport.
They truly are the pulse of that community. They're the pulse of this state.
Right, yeah.
They have the entire state of Texas rooting them on.
And I suspect by this weekend, you're going to have watch parties across the state.
Yeah.
So, and Fort Bend County is where they call it home. And those are some very, very talented teams that they have out there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll be following them very closely.
Like we do City Council.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know it meant a lot to them to have you there last night.
Oh, I'll tell you, they're just wonderful.
A long day, but totally worth it.
Yeah, it was. It was very kind. They don't see us in the media out there too often. And to have this opportunity, they were happy, like, you're back out again tonight. And we were happy about that. And we'll probably be back out there on Wednesday, and we'll be out there when they're in the U.S. Championship, and of course, when they play in the World Series Championship. Because I expect this team will, although the team from Nevada is pretty good, I expect us to get past everybody.
Well, and just to see them make it this far from where they've come is truly remarkable.
It really is. All right.
Okay, mister.
I
always appreciate the conversation. Thank you for stopping
Guess where I'm going today? I'm going to Austin.
Well, good
luck. To
luck.
the state capitol, so.
Get driving.
All right. We'll talk in a bit.